There we go. We're getting some ASMR in here. Yes, we're getting our glorious food.
I'm feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life.
So, top of the morning to you laddies, my name's the Rental Man Buck. Welcome to the 2023 Farm Progress Show. Currently walking around right now by the Case IH booth. Gonna try and kind of find the cronies. Not exactly sure where. I know Spencer and Grant are still parking as this is Tuesday right now. But we are gonna kind of try and walk around here and maybe kind of see what we can do, because we got a whole lot of stuff to explore, and I am excited because I got my nice comfortable boots on. So let's just see what we can make of this. So for any of you that did not, which I highly doubt you did not, but for any of you guys that did not see Grant's latest Instagram post, this bad boy right here is the brand new Case IH quad track. It's a 715 model. Got a lot of big tracks going on here. I suppose these are probably 36-inch tracks. Big boy. And by far, I really like what they redid with the face on one of these. It's got, I honestly think that's probably the best looking thing right there. Look at that. Look, cameras looking into cameras. So you can see things better. Unlike me, I just played a game where you're supposed to stare at a screen, and I couldn't see the screen because I had my glasses on. But yeah, moving on to the next little segment. So Grant, for once, actually on time. We met at the Case IH booth, but we also met some fans. Say hi, guys. Hi. Say you guys' names. You guys like?
Riker.
Well, so fantastic to meet you guys all out here. They actually brought us a gift of some Family Farm potato chips. They're gonna be delicious. Scratch that correction. They gave us popcorn, not potato chips. I'm intelligent.
It's a new mod, popcorn.
I think they might actually exist. If not, then I'm gonna hold my word to it.
It is a good start.
Now we come to the crown jewel of why I even came to this show. It's the Brute. I've always wanted to see this thing in real life. Got it the brand new Goodyears that they had put on the front. I still kind of miss the old, like, the slit tires that they used to have on this, but Nick's already, I've already seen them kind of in line. I haven't gotten to, like, physically sit and talk to them yet because I got out of line before I got my turn, but this is the biggest reason that I came out here. And there's also another thing right over yonder. And as we know, the joke of me being short, how about the brand new Big Bud 700? This thing is massive, like literally. I can't even, I'm not even halfway up the hood. Like, come on. This thing is huge. It's got massive Goodyear tires on it. This bad boy is solid. Big Bud is back, baby. Indeed. Currently, right now, I'm on a little ride. I was at the Case booth and I ended up finding a ride somewhere with somebody, and kind of got a little interesting character. Sir, could you please tell the camera why you abducted me?
Why?
Yes.
Oh, ask the driver. I'm not driving. Somebody just
I promise you, I did not just hop on for a free ride. I thought they said they were going to food.
Where do you want to go? And I will take you there.
I don't know, because I just kind of got on here, and then all of a sudden I just stayed on here. And we now have driven probably, what, 3 miles?
At least.
Well, thank you for the free ride. I'm kind of being a freeloader.
And got food. Hey, is it that bad? You know what?
He's got a point. We're gonna try and possibly at some point maybe find food.
For your trouble.
For my trouble? Oh, what are you handing me? I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye now. So welcome everybody. We are currently at the John Deere booth here with Andy, otherwise known as Andy Clean. Sir, please explain, what is this all about and what is Andy Clean exactly?
So Andy Clean, actually it was 100% built in Twitter. So I'm just a farmer, I'm from Ontario, Canada. And actually I'm just known for keeping my equipment clean. And I post some pictures on Twitter, and I had a farmer from Michigan, and he just hashtagged one of my photos, Andy Clean, and it kind of went viral from there. And John Deere hopped on board with it, and it was considered the standard in clean equipment. That's what it was basically. It was just all fun, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you know, then it kind of turned into a business unknowingly, where John Deere made the Andy Clean logo. Then they shipped me about 1,000 stickers. So I just started sending them out to people who kept their equipment clean.
That's how you got to build, man. That's how you got to build.
Yeah, and then it just went from there, and now we got a product. You can find it.
Exactly, in essence, is there any differences? We got multiple lines. Is it really just soap, put it in a pressure washer? And
Yeah, so you just dump it in your foam cannon, 100% safe. We got the video here. And yeah, you can use it on anything. It's not just for farm equipment, right? So pickups, cars, you name it. 100% safe, 100% made in Canada and the US. And yeah, it's got a part number in John Deere. You can get it at any John Deere location in North America. So
very nice.
So yeah.
Well, I kind of had at least 4 questions for you, for anybody that I am kind of doing the interview with. So
Okay.
if I can remember them, because they're on my phone, and my phone's recording the audio.
Okay.
Let's try and do this. So the first part is, what exactly excites you the most about farm progress? Like coming out here, what exactly is your excitement?
So what excites me the best is people like you and meeting people. Like when I was younger, how old are you?
I'm 20.
When I was 20, I'd go to farm shows for the equipment, right?
Really?
Because, you know, like the equipment's awesome, but now, as I got older, it's actually the people that make the farm show so
really
good.
is.
It is. It honestly is.
You want to be in the video, bud? Come over here right now.
Come on, bud.
Come here. This is what excites me. Right here. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Come on here. We're doing a thing right now. Here. This is what excites me the most. Andy Clean people. There you go. Here. So, this is what excites me the most. What's your guys' names? Greg? Harrison? Greg and Harrison. Like, this is what makes that.
That is honestly.
You get to see people. You get to meet them. You get to bring them apart. You guys don't mind being in the video, right? You guys get to be in the video. Absolutely fantastic. So I mean, this is the whole thing.
That's what makes this show and every farm show so great. Is 100% the people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
next question, more or less, is let the wind noise get out of the way.
Oh, we gotta go like
Next
this.
question is, what exactly is kind of on your plan book? Like, what are you kind of doing today? What's
Yeah,
and just gonna stay here?
My plan is just to hang out here, but it's hard because I'm a farmer too.
Yeah.
Right? So it's hard just to stay in one spot
I hear you.
when there's all this equipment on the grounds here. But yeah, my plan just chill out here, meet people, say hi. You know, it's not so much about talking about ourselves. It's just meeting people, talking about their operation.
Building business
Right.
is talking and meeting people.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
That's
you
it.
guys gotta answer the question too. What's kind of on the plan? Where you guys planning to go? Where are you going to
I'm
go?
here, KSIH, main 2-1 on the head.
There we
All right,
go.
gotcha. Where are you going, bud?
Pioneer booth?
Walking around. I gotta get more hats because I still got a big Frank 12. What was that?
You're going to get heads too. I've been working at
All I know is always like the most expensive I've seen so far. The $25 for a
I haven't been
hat.
in New Holland yet.
Well, maybe
I will hook you
hats
guys up
expensive.
with some John Deere hats. How's that sound?
I like that.
Yeah.
Django, second one in the know. I just got this one.
Yes.
Nice.
We'll get some John Deere hats for you.
Well, I honestly think the third question was relatively the same. I don't really remember exactly because I'd have to look up.
Well, you gotta ask me what my favorite tractor is.
Oh yes. Besides, I'm stealing Marty's thunder. Marty, get in the shot.
Get in here. We got
So this is great. Get in here. Get in the shot. So this is Marty of Prairie State Tractor, everybody. If you haven't met him already.
the tractor, otherwise known as the tractor list guy.
I haven't made a list in like
No, okay.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I actually I may or may not have slightly found a new one. Like, I still love my 5020, but I know what number 2 is.
All right, we'll ask you later.
All right.
You're not gonna like it. It's
come
not
here.
green. It's not green.
My favorite tractor, my favorite tractor is the 4960. Right? I've never had one. I drove one around the lot a few times, but I've never owned one. But that is my bucket list, is to own a 4960 one day. So
Well, Andy, thank you for at least taking a couple minutes of your
thank you.
time.
No, I appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you guys for hopping in.
Yep.
Glad to have you guys
Perfect,
out
guys.
here.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll technically kind of get on with our next segment. If I'm lucky enough, I'm going to still try and do some other very important people. But
Oh, perfect.
if I can get my tripod stand up fast enough before they have to leave, then we'll see what we can do. Marty, your interview's next.
Oh, you're
That was
next.
my interview.
No, it wasn't.
No.
You're coming back. So you're going to tell me the most famous John Deere dealer's TikTok in the face of the earth won't jump in front of a camera. But he'll go out and do this in front of a camera.
Yes,
He'll do
exactly.
this. So I and do something like this.
Was when he was dancing on top of that. Was
Dude,
the
listen. Andy, I'm going to get myself on the move here.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for
Appreciate it.
Thanks
No,
for
this is
talking with me and
awesome.
have a couple minutes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, man.
I wanna take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. Take me all around to the thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so, man. I wanna take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind.
Sir, I only met you 5 minutes ago. All I know is that you're Farmer Dan.
Yeah.
Please explain to me who you are, what you are, and then I got 3 questions for you at least on what we got going on here today.
Well, my name's Farmer Dan. I farm in the Texas Panhandle. We raise wheat and milo, or some might know it as sorghum. I started social media a while ago. Got about 170,000 followers over TikTok and Instagram. And I'm here with Nutrien right now, getting to see the big show and just really enjoying the people and meeting new friends.
All right, well, that starts off just kind of rolling into those questions. That actually is the first one. So, at the Farm Progress Show, what more or less excites you the most about coming to this show? What do you enjoy the most about coming down to Illinois,
Coming up.
coming up to Illinois? Well, you got to come a ways
Yeah,
up.
ways
what,
up.
What about coming up to Illinois brings you the most joy about this?
Probably meeting buddies that I've probably chatted with online but never met, like Ethan Clark, let's see, who else? Peterson Farm Bros. I met the Welkers for the first time today. We chatted online.
Really?
Yeah, I've never met them before, so I haven't had the ability to meet them until now. Just the networking part of it is a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
That's fantastic. Now, next one on this is what's kind of on the plan book today? What are you kind of going to go try and do? You're going to try and get out of the deer booth here and go see some more things?
You
or
know,
gonna
I've
get
seen the
stuck here all
junk
day
iron
today?
here, so I'm going to go on to the case booth and, see some other stuff. They didn't hear
So
that.
you're not
but
going to be
that's
like
okay.
Marty right behind the camera who's always hiding like you did last time? And
Yeah, that's
sit-
pretty embarrassing.
Come
Why
on,
don't you
come back
out
in
here.
You're going to be a part of every single
So is your
interview.
name-
Yeah, hi, Marty.
I only have you as Matt in my phone, so
Matt and Marty.
Matt and Marty.
People call me Marty.
Okay.
It's Matt.
And then I got you on my phone as Matt Marty H. Matt Marty. So I got you on my phone as.
Marty. You can call me Marty.
There you go. I have you as Matt and then Prairie State Tractor.
Marty.
I should have worn y'all's hat. I didn't think about that.
Well, I asked him if he could bring me one, and he did.
This one's got a little
I'm good.
Oh yeah, I'll let
Thank
that
you,
one.
though.
Can I eat that one? So I guess in essence, the last and final question is it's a little bit of a joke.
Yeah.
The third question that I wrote up, it kind of sounds the same as the other one. Do you happen to know how billboards talk to each other?
Who what?
How billboards talk to each other?
It's some sort of horrible pun. I can't think of it, but go ahead.
Well, if you think correctly, they talk through sign language. Well, thank you, Dan.
Yeah,
Had
man.
a
Good
fantastic
meeting you.
time. Good to have you here. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing just a couple extra minutes of your
Yeah,
time.
you bet.
So if my logic serves me correct, Marty and Farmer Dan ended up ditching me. So I gotta make my way all the way up to the north side of this exhibit. It's gonna be like a 10-minute walk.
This is going to be fun. Might get some good shots while I'm actually walking because I can be productive for once while being on camera.
Come sit down with me in a rocking chair. Coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear. Tell me about the dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come sit down with me in a rocking chair.
Hi.
You look like Hollywood in here.
Oh, hey.
What's your favorite tractor of all time?
It's got to be the John Deere 4455.
Nice. Now, what is this guy doing?
Don't ask me. I'm just here to tell him it's the D21 so that way he can just get mad at me.
No!
Hey, I still like my 5020. Don't you get mad at me.
Ooh, I want to lick now. No.
That's going on the interwebs. So if anybody wants tongue pictures, you can apparently have these for $5.99. So I found my cronies. We're just going to lunch now. So I'm going to go get lunch because I'm starving. And I don't... Okay, they went left. Okay, here we go. We're following. Sir, I must ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want to try and leave me for dead today? Because you've done it twice.
Well, right now we're about 5, but we'll see how the day goes.
Okay. I don't like that, but that's at least a plus. It's still about half. I still have a chance. All right, so probably one of our really first important interviews that we got going on here. Sir, please explain who you are for the camera if they don't already know already.
Yeah, you bet. My name is Cale Carlson. I own and operate LEAAD Farms in south central Nebraska. It's an irrigated farm with I produce corn, soybeans, and seed corn.
All right. Well, fantastic to have you on here with this little interview. I don't want to take too much of our time for you, especially the fact that we haven't eaten lunch yet and I am starving.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the major things that I've been looking at or trying to ask people is my most important question being, what excites you the most about farm progress or just being able to come out to either Boone or Decatur this time for farm shows in general? What excites you the most?
Yeah, you bet. So I'm a super big fan of farm shows anyway, always, and because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of farm shows is because, you know, a lot of it, the people that you get to meet and greet and introduce and take photos with as well too. So
absolutely.
A lot of these people as well too is I get to see them or interact with them online with Twitter, which is now X, I guess, or Instagram or anything else. We communicate back, but to be able to see them and talk with them in real life is one of my favorite things.
I absolutely love that, and I could agree with you 110% on just people in general. It's so nice to just be able to come out, and even if they don't know you, you don't know them, if you can have that connection where you just walk into the thing and just go, hey, how you doing? How's your day? And what's been like? It's so much fun and it's so entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
And that definitely leads into the second one, which is pretty much what's kind of on the plan book. Like, what do you got going on? Are you going to go try and look around around the day?
Yeah, you bet. So the last couple of years, I've made some pretty big purchases. So I don't think I have anything new and exciting on my farm just yet. But that was one of the other things I really like about farm shows and farm progress is to see what a lot of the new equipment is that a lot of manufacturers are offering, and maybe I don't even buy it this year. Good to see you. I want to talk to you just a minute, even though I'm not going to buy it here just yet this year. It'll be inside my brain so that as I'm farming the next couple of years, I'm like, you know, that piece of equipment or that technology or that idea would be very beneficial for my farm. And so in like 2-3 years, I want to integrate it, come back to it. So it's fantastic for that.
Fantastic. Well, I got one last thing for you, and this is kind of a joke. I'm going to see if anybody can get it. You know how billboards happen to communicate with each other?
How is that?
Well, last time I heard it was through sign language. Well, thank you, Mr.
Very
Carlson.
good. Thank you.
Glad to have you on
Mr.
here.
Chandler.
Thank you for just a couple minutes of your time. And we'll see you on the next important one if I get it lucky enough.
I saw your mama just the other day. She looked glad to see me again. Do you remember when I used to come over to your house every day? Still remember the smell of your car when you drove me down to that lake. place. And I know it's been a long time since we were together. There's a special place in my heart that's yours forever. If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back and fly.
All right, guys, we are here in Wells Fargo, Nebraska.
Wait a minute. I must have got the GPS wrong. Well, thank you for joining everybody here on our next little segment. We are currently joined by Daddy Cornstar here. So, sir, I got a few questions for you, but the first one starting off here is, what excites you the most about like either just the farm shows in general or farm progress? Like coming out here to Illinois or going to Boone or heading to Husker Harvest Days or any of these. What excites you the most about this?
I think some of the nicest stuff is any piece of equipment you're ever looking at, you get to look at all the different brands, different equipment. You get to talk to the manufacturing guys, a lot of them that are building it. But I think probably maybe the best part is just meeting the people, seeing the people, driving around. Well, we got a golf cart, so.
To say convenience.
Yeah.
I've been walking the whole time, and surprisingly, these like $80 boots I got for sale at Tractor Supply are holding up. They're good. They're good quality. Didn't have to change the soles or anything.
But, you know, for us on our farm, we kind of always joke around when we come to these big shows, looking around, oh, there's a piece of equipment that maybe 20 years can be on our farm when we can afford it. And there's just a lot of stuff here.
Well, that is definitely a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
And secondly, more or less going on from here, what's kind of like the next plans? Like just more or less for today, because you guys are here all week. So
Yep.
kind of like what have you guys been sightseeing, or when you guys head back home, what's the plans after this? You getting ready to start harvesting?
Yeah,
or is it already hitting the field?
We got equipment yet to get ready. We should have been ready by now, but I think we work better under pressure to get things ready. So probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, field work will probably start the way it's looking. So the next 2 or 3 weeks is going to be very busy trying to get things ready.
All right. Well, if that's pretty much it, I got one last question here
Yeah.
for you. It's kind of a cheesy one. Do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
Back and forth? No.
Last time I checked, I heard it was between sign language.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Hey,
Cornstar.
thank you.
Thank you for taking some time, and
Thank
we'll
you
see
guys.
what other great people we can end up meeting up here. So.
Sounds great.
So I stopped by the JCB booth, and conveniently they have a wonderful teleskid over here, and I found out that I'm actually old enough to operate the thing. So these fabulous people, what might be your name, miss?
I am Grace Kiefer, so I'm our agriculture marketing specialist for North America.
Very nice to meet you. And sir, what was your name?
Shoemaker, the
Brad?
ag product specialist in the Skidsteers.
Very nice. So these two fine people, like I said, they're going to be allowing me to operate and try out the Teleskid, which I've always wanted to. It's one of my personal favorite skid steers. Just for the fact of the boom arm. Like, of course, they always say it's the safety of the door, having the boom, but the Teleskid part itself, like, in terms of sales, what's the difference? What would you guys say is your sales difference between a Teleskid, or does it you guys only make the Teleskid, or you still make the regular
so
boom as well?
Yeah, we make 270T as well as smaller platform machines, and the 215T as well. So.
Okay.
All being 74 horse, they're all going to be below your DEF emissions threshold. The Teleskid, the 3TS8T, is actually our flagship model. That's going to be our biggest, fattest machine that we offer. But you can get them in a non-telescopic variant. So,
all right. Now, would you say you sell more of the Teleskids, or?
Yeah, I'd say by volume, you're probably looking at close to half Teleskid, big 3TS8T.
Yeah.
And the rest of the other half is probably made up of the other models, the other 5 models combined.
That makes sense. Well, I'm excited to try to see how
Give it a shot.
See what this thing does. And thank you, Grace, for allowing me to sign my not scratch it, you buy it.
So like I said, this is our 3TS8T. So this is our flagship model. This is gonna be, essentially 74 horse. If you below your DEF emissions threshold. This is going to be our single arm. This is going to have 3 foot of additional reach out away from your machine. So essentially, this machine is going to have 40% more steel than a traditional 2-arm skidster. So that when you combine it with the gusseting and the bracing and the actual thickness of the steel being more, there's not going to be any. There's not going to be a ton of deflection or a ton of movement as far as the arm
and what
goes.
I say, especially since it does only have one arm, like that's going to be like 2-3 times thicker than your average skid steer
and
arm.
you can see here by the gusseting and the welding, and they've went to a ton of engineering effort to make this very robust and something that is going to last for a long time. So we actually offer a lifetime warranty for the first owner on the JCB skid steer. So if it was something that we couldn't stand behind or we were having to fix all the time, we wouldn't be in business. So this has been tried and true. This particular Traxxas Teleskid's been out since 2017.
Okay.
So we've made refinements to it, but the essential platform has been out for a number of years, and we've kind of we're getting it perfected as it goes here. So yeah, let's step on back here to the engine bay area. So single piece tailgate. We've just started. This is our 3.2 series machine. We launched this in February at the Louisville Farm Show. So it's got a reverse camera, as well as a screen that we'll show you here in a minute in the cab. So this opens up, and then this is gonna be where the JCB 4.4 liter Eco Max engine is housed. It's 74 horsepower. You're no DEF, no emissions, but it's offset to the side just slightly to allow a little better weight distribution from the boom. That's how we kind of bridge that gap of the two-arm skid steer.
I say I didn't even notice it when I stand back on this. The cab actually looks slightly offset to the cab as well.
Yep, you as the operator sit off to the left.
Okay.
And then your engine and hydros are slightly to the left as well to try to keep that weight balance.
Yeah,
as close
especially
to 50-50 as we can.
I mean, when you got all the weight on the right side of the equipment, it makes total sense.
So one thing that's going to set us apart a little bit is the integral fuel tank. So we actually weld the tank in here and gusset brace, so you're not have to worry about puncturing a plastic fuel tank if you're backing into something.
Oh, yes.
This is very stout. It's going to take a lot to get in there. And then, like I said, all your servicing points are back here, nice easy to get to. Oil sight glass. This is our boom release, emergency release. So if something were to happen and lose power, you can get the boom safely to the ground.
That's very nice.
As well as fuel and oil filter access. This machine has a battery isolator.
Very nice.
So you can kill it, as well as the tailgate itself actually locks. So in the event you pull the isolator and lock the tailgate, it's going to be very difficult for somebody to come onto the job site and pull your machine home with them. So
very nice.
With that being said, there is the Teleskids, as well as the rest of the JCB product range is going to come with a 5-year Live Link telematics subscription. So you're going to be able to see the GPS on this thing. You'll be able to pull it up on your phone, see where the machine's at in real time. You can set geofences. You see almost any parameter that you could see in your machine from your phone, from your laptop. Try to work well with the technology and the thing. So yeah, but let's get into it.
That works for me. I'm excited. So with the cab itself already, one thing that I, in essence, liked about running the Kubotas was that, in fact, they had a lot more room. Like, they have not necessarily more room, but their space in here is actually relatively a lot more open than I thought it would, especially with the boom arm being on the right side. One thing in particular I am noticing, and it's just as good as I imagined, is the visibility. Because you don't have, in essence, both boom arms coming down, as well as the construction in the front, you can see out the windows a lot easier. And even if the boom arm is up and it takes you visibility on the right side, like, you still have the safety of being able to get out without having the booms itself in order. So I really do like that, and it's very simplistic. Like, you got one joystick. If you put this arm down, another joystick. It's not like you have 1,600 different buttons. I mean, you have these, but they're all meant for specific purposes, and it's all very nicely laid out.
Yep,
I like that.
Exactly, yep. So yeah, let's fire it up.
I don't think those seat boxes are going to move themselves. So.
So yeah, we'll have to satisfy the safety.
That's the lumbar adjustment.
Yeah. So I'll have to satisfy the safeties. We'll have to pull the armrest down, lap belt down, and we can fire it up. good to me, man. You've been doing this a long time.
I've done it like 6 times my entire life. Did you believe me?
You could have fooled me for sure. But no, that went well. What'd you think?
I thought that was fantastic. I mean, I did love especially the reach. I mean, it's kind of a pain, like especially for something like that when you have to get to the backside of the trailer. I mean, of course, going around the trailer is not going to kill you, but it does make it really nice to be able to have that extended boom. The only thing that's going to be, of course, is it's like driving a school bus. Like, you're going to have a lot of swing. The further you put the boom out, the more you're going to have to like really be finicky with these. But that just comes with time and practice. So
yeah, getting used to it. It is a little different concept.
It's just as good as I pictured it. If I ever want to get a skid steer, it's going to be kind of a tough pick because again, I love the visibility and it rides really smooth. I mean, for what we were doing on this, I mean, this is obviously compacted. We're on mulch, but it honestly is a really good experience. So
yeah,
I'd consider it.
Hey,
I'd consider it.
We appreciate the time, and yeah, keep us in mind. Like I said, it's just a different Swiss Army knife. You know, it's just a little something different concept. And like I said, JCB invented the telehandler over there in the 70s, and we've applied it to the Skidsteer, and it's been a really good thing for us. But yeah, appreciate the time.
I'll say, what was your name again?
I'm Brock Shoemaker. Yep.
Let's say Brock or Brad. Well, thank you, Brock, for your time. Absolutely. This man right here, fabulous. If you were my salesman, I'd buy it from you instantly. But I don't have any money, so I'm broke. So welcome back, everybody, to our next segment because of everything. We are here with Ron from Hartug Farms. He is gladly with us at the Titan Tire booth with, of course, a massive big butt. I forgot to mention that when we were with Daddy Cornstar, but I got a few great questions for you. Just 3 small little ones, more or less. First off, what excites you the most about coming to these farm shows or just the farm shows in general? Like, what aspect excites you the most about them?
You know what, Buck? The best thing that I'm looking forward to is seeing your smiling face each and every year. You just bring joy to my heart.
I'm so honored. I'm so glad. You saw me for 5 seconds and I was already making your day.
Exactly. But in all reality, though, the people is the best part because in ag in general, what we do is important, but the community and the people in ag are the most important part that we have. It's just, there's just something about the American farm and the American farming community that makes us who we are and the bread and butter backbone of the nation's economy.
Absolutely. It's like a kind of a saying my mother always told me. It takes a community to raise a village. So the second little one here is pretty much what's kind of the plan book from here? So once either going on from here or just going on with the show, what's kind of the plans? Like you just kind of farting around, or are you heading back home and getting ready to start working again?
Great question. So I just drove down for the day. I'm only 3 hours away or something like that. So
that's just a lot better than 8.
I was going to say, you guys are a lot farther away. So yeah,
definitely.
I got to come home. I work for John Deere. So I got to work for, I'm actually going to the Waterloo factory tomorrow. So the tractor factory.
Nice.
It'll be kind of fun to see.
That'll be really fun.
And then, on the farm side of things, we are it's cutting hay today. We're going to be starting chopping silage probably this weekend.
Okay.
With it being so dry, it's really pushing the corn along. So we're going to silage. You need to have a window of moisture. You need to be like 40 to 60, somewhere around there. And we're slowly getting into that 60. So we need to get moving on that.
All right.
And obviously, harvest won't be too far away.
Absolutely. Yeah. And thank you so much. I got one last little thing for you, and that is, do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
How billboards communicate with each other?
Yes.
I do not.
I've heard it's through sign language.
I
know, it's so odd, isn't it?
That was pretty good.
I saw it last night when I was scrolling through something. I'm like, all right, I got to add that in. I wanted to make sure that if I gave you guys questions, that at least it kind of kept things moving.
Oh, yeah.
Had a little bit of fun.
No, that was perfect.
Well, thank you, Ron.
Buck, it was always a pleasure, sir.
Absolutely. It's probably same time next year.
Obviously, of course. Hopefully there's more paintballs this year, like last year.
Yeah, but this time, if you were to shoot my neck, I think I'd probably drop down on the ground and actually, croak because it is so burnt that it actually hurts.
Dude, you look a little red.
I am red. I have been out in the sun all day long. It's not even that bad. Here, though, it's just
I was going to say,
Well, thank you again, bud.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.
It was a pleasure.
Bye. back out at the after party. We have our first special guest that I ended up running into. Sir, you might tell us who you are if we don't already know who you are.
So I'm the Korean corn farmer.
This man is absolutely spectacular. I've actually met him 2 or 3 times now, but I have yet to actually stop and just kind of talk to you more or less like this one-on-one. So I kind of have just a small little interview for you, just three basic questions, kind of about the Progress show itself and just kind of life in general. So starting off with it, what excites you the most? Because I know that we're both from Nebraska, and we were talking earlier. How long of a drive was it for you to get down here?
I was just a little under 10 hour.
Whew. I was pushing 7.5, 7:45. So that's a commitment. That is a true commitment to be coming out here. So what makes it so worth it to come out here on a 10.5-hour drive to a farm show, whether it's in Decatur, Illinois, whether we go back to Boone for next year's Farm Progress, or Husker Harvest Days, or really any show in general? What makes that worth it to you?
For me, it's just being able to come out and seeing just the new technology that you'll find in agriculture. Also, just being able to network and meet new people through social media like this. It's a lot of fun. I think it's worth the trip for sure.
I definitely can agree with that. Now, the second question leading into that is going on from here after you get home after 10 hours, or just the show in general, like after the after party. What's kind of the plan? What's going on from here?
Well, from here, I'll get back home, start getting ready for harvest. Gonna try and start here in 2-3 weeks or so, and just got to get everything geared up. I got a lot of that on my TikTok, actually.
Very, very nice. Well, if you guys haven't already, I might actually, throughout this video, through anybody that I'm actually talking to, you can find that TikTok linked up in the top right-hand corner. So go check out Mr. Noah here, Korean Corn Farm. Farming the great lands of Nebraska. Big Red State. Go
Big Red.
But the last and final question is kind of a dumb one. Do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
No, I don't.
I've heard it's through sign language.
I was thinking instant messaging, but...
Oh, no. Well, that's pretty much all I had for you. So, Noah, thank you for giving me just a couple minutes of your time.
No problem. Thanks for
Glad
having
we
me.
could have technical difficulties with the camera dying on us, but I mean, it's been fun. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. If I can get a couple more interviews and maybe some redos because I messed up on audio, we'll be fun. So we'll see you guys here in a bit. Maybe a couple more shots of the glorious show. Maybe me running a skid steer if I haven't already put that in yet. But otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next one. So welcome everybody to the after party here at the Glorious Farm Progress Show. I am joined by the sponsors as well as the hosts of the event up in their glorious loft. This right here is Chris, the host of our event here. Sir, thank you for having us out here.
Yes, sir.
We are absolutely, it's been a blast. It's such a great place to be hosting now. We got a lot of great people downstairs talking. And
thank you.
It's fantastic. And we got, obviously, Mr. Andy Clean over here.
Yeah.
He's joining us. He's just keeping all of us clean.
Oh, well, we really got to thank Chris for hosting this. This is amazing. So, yeah.
Now, I don't want to be the guy to say something wrong here. So, what was the other sponsor we had out here? Because you obviously were a big portion of helping this out, wise. Yep. Who are you?
So, I'm Corey Hillebo with the Farm for Profit podcast, joined by Tanner Winterhoff, the Iowa Bankerman, David Whitaker, the Iowa Land Guy. I'm Corn, Pork, and Beans on social media. So, yeah, we did this last year in Boone. We plan to make it an annual event.
Well, I like that. And next year for Farm Progress in Boone, there's a good chance that I will be back with my other company that I work with, Squad Built. We'll probably have our own booth again, and we'll be sitting by right cattywampus of Case IH. So if you want to come check out with us with Grant, we'll probably be sitting over there as well. And give or take, we might have a couple other really great tractors sitting out front. So
100%. We've actually interviewed Grant and the Hilberts. So yeah.
He's always looking for farmland. Always.
He truly is. I think right now he just got himself a little bit of land, just like literally there's Spencer stuff up in Ames. This is field just south of that. So I'm probably going to be out there either cleaning trees or laying tile again in the winter. Perfect. So it'll be really fun. We're going to need to get him a jug of Andy clean. I know that much.
That's right.
Clean up that 8110. Keep that sucker looking spiffy.
Yeah, farming doesn't have to be dirty, right?
No, it really does not. Keeping your stuff clean is also very important because it makes sure the functionality of the equipment runs smoothly, and we just really want to keep this going. With events like this, being able to get a community together and have this much fun. Oh yeah. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything. I'm living the life here, guys. This is what you get to meet. This is the people you get to be around.
I know.
I also won $50 off this guy earlier in a question contest.
Sage. So Buck,
He might have cheated. What?
So what is so awesome about this is like you get a lot of the big celebrity names like from YouTube on at these shows, and you realize that they're just totally normal farmers,
Absolutely.
right?
That
just
is the
came on to
absolute best
something,
part.
and you get to. It's just everybody out there that you talk to quite a bit on social media, and yeah, they're just all here in one shop together, and it's just a great event. So yeah, it's perfect.
Well, I'm so glad to have you guys out here. Thank you for having me out here. I'm so glad we can just share. We can have this time. Like, I mean, I know I'm like 8.5 hours away, but this was worth every single dime of the drive to get out here.
Oh yeah.
I might try and get in one quick more time tomorrow morning, get a couple last shots, maybe see a couple of you guys again. I don't know, Chris, do you go out to the show at all tomorrow?
I'll be there tomorrow.
Well,
Here's the thing. It's all about getting like-minded people together to have a good time. Kick back and have a good time.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
Keeping it clean with Andy clean,
Keeping
right?
it clean,
I mean,
I
come
like
on.
that. But no, it's really the community that makes this so much fun, right? So farmers, I don't care where you go in the world, farmers are farmers, and it's just a blast. So yeah.
Well, I guess in reality, I don't have a whole bunch more. I mean, this is just fun in general. I love hanging out with you guys. It's been a fantastic night so far. I need to get myself some water. I do know that for a fact. I don't really need to be drinking Andy Clean, even though it says you don't need to dilute it. But
Chris has got a little apartment right here for you if you need to crash.
Oh, there's a good chance that I might need to do that for Friday.
We do have a Flippy Cup tournament coming on.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, boy.
Tonight.
Oh, boy.
Tonight. Let's do it.
So, one thing that Chris gave us a whole tour of this place, and one of the coolest things, and I call it an Ag B&B. What is this room over here?
Well, it's an apartment. I mean, anybody that's passing through, laying over, can take use of it. That's what we built it for.
It's an Ag B&B.
I'm astonished by
You know,
that.
like people show cattle, don't you? It's like cattle tailgating. So I wouldn't trust this guy in a Flippy Cup contest. I'm just saying.
Shane, he's D1. He's pretty good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put our money where our mouth is, right? Come on.
There we go.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay in the loft. 'Cause one, you probably wouldn't want me. I'd be a terrible roommate. Even though I have nothing to make the place dirty, you'll just make me want to get out. I'll make you want me to get out. That's for sure. Well, thank you all, gents, for coming out.
Yeah.
Coming up here, give me a few minutes
Thanks,
of your
Bob.
time.
We really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure, Chris. Thank you
Yes,
for having
sir.
us out
Yes,
here at this
sir.
wonderful place. Everyone else out. We'll see you in the next most important segment. I have no idea what that portion is going to be, but it probably won't be up here because I don't know how I got here.
We're getting some ASMR in here.
Yes, we're getting our glorious food. All right, so wrapping up at the Titan Tire booth here, we have Cole, the Cornstar himself. I got 3 simple questions for you here, buddy, kind of just pertaining to the show, just in general. To fire off on the top one, the first one being, when it comes to just any of these farm shows, whether it's up in Boone, whether it's here in Decatur, whether it's where Husker Harvest is, or just any show in general, what brings you the most excitement and incorporation of these farm shows in general? What brings excitement to you?
Well, I always joke around that what we're looking at the farm shows right now is what we're going to have on the farm in 20 years. So we're just shopping 20 years ahead right now.
I like it.
It's just such a great place to get to meet different people. You can go into different booths. You start to meet somebody, for example, in the Titan booth. And then all of a sudden you just have such a relationship. Even if you don't buy anything from them, just every time you go to the show, it's like, oh, hey, there's Scott. And you go and visit Scott. You just make some pretty cool friends. And then before you know it, like, you're just able to have so many connections through that. So I really like it from just a networking because, you know, you may know Scott, and then Scott knows so-and-so knows everybody, and so
by far, like
then
just the networking alone
Yes.
and the amount of people that you can meet. I mean, heck, I just met you at a farm show last year for 20 minutes, and look at what we're doing.
Exactly.
Like, that's the best part about it. Like, you got people get out to these shows. Like, this is the best part. The community of people that you can meet is by far the best part of this.
And when you go, be sure you're actually talking to people, because it's really easy just to sit and look, which I get it, it's cool. But it's also nice to know the people. So then, hey, you may not be interested in said thing right now, but in 7 years when you are, would you rather do it with somebody you have a warm relationship with, who you know, okay, he's getting me the best deal that he really can. So, I mean, these things can kind of have a little return for you too.
Absolutely. And technically going into the second question, I've already asked Brother and Papa about this one, but kind of going forward from here, what's kind of the plan either after the show or at the end of the day? What are we doing on from here?
Well, typically, we'll just sit and talk until basically the place is closed down. And we've came to enough shows now where we have enough friends and we've made enough contacts where typically you get invited out to eat by somebody at the end of it. So we actually have a meeting tonight with our marketing people. So we're going to go visit the Ag crew, and we're going to go out to eat with them, probably discuss some marketing, and just have a good, fun night.
That sounds like a good plan to me, and to kind of wrap everything up on one nice, tidy little bow. Do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
How?
I've heard it's through sign language.
That would make a lot of sense.
Well, thank you, Carl. I'll
I gotta hold my sandwich hand here.
Get your ASMR going back to the computer. But have a great time at the show. Thank you for giving me just a couple minutes of your time. If anything, we'll see you next year.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are now back with day 3 on the final day of the Publication Farm Progress. We're joined at the Walinga booth here with Jonathan. If you guys know Walinga, they are actually one of the dedicated brands to American farming. So Jonathan, thanks for having me out here. Take up a quick minutes of your time to answer a few questions. To start off with, when it comes to just the trade shows, farm shows, whether it's Farm Progress, Helper Harvest Days, really any show for that matter, what's the most exciting part about it, or what makes it so worth it to come out here and do that?
I think the best part about it is getting out in front of our customers and potential clients and showing them our products and doing smart flow, ultra demonstrations and stuff like that, and getting everybody familiar with our brand and our products, and having face-to-face conversations. It's great to be out in front of everybody.
Definitely agree with that statement. And kind of rolling into the second one with that, and that's just going from here, what's kind of the plan? Like, obviously packing up, getting ready to head home and do all of that, but what's kind of one of the plans for the rest of the day for the show, or just up until the next trade show? It's probably, I think, we've done it.
Yeah, we got Husker Harvest Days coming up. Obviously, after the show, we got a lot of follow-up to do with as far as leads that we've got. We've got Husker Harvest Days coming up. We've also got the Ohio show is coming up soon. We got a show in Ontario, Canada as well. Clay County Fair. So we got a lot of shows left to do yet in the next month and a half. So it's going to be busy.
Well, that sounds like you got a lot more going on than I do. I don't travel a whole lot. I'll probably be out of Husker Harvest Day, so I'll probably see you guys there. But other than that, I got really only one final question for you. Do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
How billboards communicate with each other? No.
Heard it's the sign language.
Sign language. I'll have to remember that one.
Well, thank you, Jonathan, for taking this couple 30 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out Walinga if you guys are going to be playing American farming, doing the cattle operations with the actual people right behind us here. Use that, enjoy these guys, and we'll see you guys on the next little snippet here.
Sounds good.
Well, for our next great little segment here, we are stopping by the Rhino Ag booth. We are here with John. Now, John, what position are you out here at the Rhino booth?
Sure, I'm a large accounts manager with Rhino. I've been with Rhino 10 years now. Started out in tech service, answered a lot of phones, talked to a lot of customers throughout the nation, and I moved into a large accounts manager, product product guy for the nation.
Very, very nice. Well, John, thank you for at least taking a couple minutes of your time in here. Just kind of answer a couple questions. As you guys have known, I've been out here now 2 times for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Just kind of getting some information on the Rhino bat flex wing. I learned my terminology.
We talked to him about that.
It's an actual thing. These are called flex wings, not bat wings. But the flex wing in general, as you guys know from the Nebraska Farm Series that I was just working on, just kind of getting some information about it, learning how it actually works, just a couple more statistical things. But getting into the point of why I brought you out here, John, I've got a few questions for you, mainly revolving around the show, starting with when it comes to trade shows like these, being Farm Progress, whether it's Husker Harvest Days, or really any show just in general, what makes it so exciting or worth it to come out to these shows and experience this kind of atmosphere?
Sure. Well, it's the customer interaction. So when we're interacting with customers on the phone or on a daily basis at the office, that's one thing. When you get to physically speak to the customers, meet them. I have several people that come in specifically to meet groups of our team. That's what the best part is about the farm show in person.
I can definitely agree with that. And just the communications and the networking in general, these are so important. You can come back, like you said, you're looking for certain people at this point.
Yes, indeed.
You're coming
and
back to some of these shows to see the same people.
That's right. Yeah, being that personal connection is real important. You know, our personal connection with you now means that now later on when we're doing something else, you and I know each other.
Exactly. I can know. Hey, that's not Rusty Shackelford. That's John. He's not hiding from me. Well, I guess that kind of rolls into the next question on going from here. What's kind of on the plan book for Rhino? You guys going to be out at Husker Harvest Days, or just kind of the show? What's going to be happening next?
Sure. So today's the last day of the farm show here in Decatur, Illinois. We're going to wrap up tonight. We're going to pack up our Dixie choppers. We're going to pack up our rhinos. In 2 weeks, we're at Farm Science Review out in Ohio.
That's what I've heard. I was talking to Walinga about that. They got another show what they're doing there too.
Yep. And then we move on down to Moultrie. To the Sunbelt show in Moultrie, Georgia. That's going to kind of end up our summer show season. We do have some regional shows with golf and turf.
Very, very nice. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to go to any of those. It's 7.5 hours just to get here, and
Indeed.
I drive everywhere. But thank you for, in essence, taking that time. I got one last question to round this one out, and it kind of almost pertains to the Tootsie Pop thing that we had going
All right.
on there. Do you happen to know how billboards communicate with each other?
I do not know how billboards communicate with each other.
Well, last time I've heard it's through sign language.
Mercy.
Well, John, thank you for taking just a couple minutes of your time today to kind of give us a little bit of a rundown on the Rhino Flex Wings, and just give me a little bit more of an insight. So, I mean, it's a beautiful mower. I love the fact of just these concepts in general, and so much fun to come out here and just experience the show for itself.
Sure. So Rhino Ag's been making tall grass short for nearly 100 years now, based out of Texas and moved to central Illinois to the M&W Gear factory in Gibson City, Illinois. M&W Gear was a co-founder or a founding member of Farm Power Show that in Anchor, Illinois, that morphed into what we have today as Farm Progress Show. So Rhino and M&W have partnered since 1991. And here about 4 years ago, Rhino also purchased Dixie Chopper. And Dixie Chopper is a well-established zero-turn line, and we're proud to have them on board the Rhino train as well.
Absolutely. And one thing I've always found funny about Dixie Choppers, they always kind of reminded me of Cleats. Like, they were just the oddball-looking mower, but they got the job done right. I've never heard anybody that say, like, I hate my Dixie Chopper. Like, they're just a good mower. They're just weird.
It's a brand name. It's a name that everybody knows. World's fastest lawnmower. You know, a silver giant in that zero-turn industry.
Does that mean I get to go drive one?
Dude, talking to the right guy here.
We got a deal with that?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe if you let me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm obligated to be out here. They don't have a waiver for me to sign if I'm breaking a buy, and I really don't want to buy it because I already spent my last time getting out here. Well, again, thank you, John.
Yep.
Thank you for all you've done, and we'll see you later on in the show. If we see you again, we'll say hi.
Thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely. So we really went out of our comfort zone here at the event booth at the AgCo station. I'm in a combine system right now, and I'm going to be harvesting corn on a very familiar game. I can't imagine like actually not doing anything here. So we're gonna belt on. I don't know how to drive this thing. Someone tell me how to drive this thing. Harvesting the corn. Keep the snoot between the rows, folks. glare on the TV is not too good, I'll tell you that much. Oh, look at that. I got another fat tractor over there.
It is. And just think about the time.
Put me in the tractor when we come back to this, because I ain't doing that. Well, Austin, thank you for having me out here. What's your name, River? What's your name? Cameron? Nice to meet you guys all out here. Thanks for having me out. Playing a job that I do for slightly a living stupidly. So take care of that. Okay, so apparently just over by the John Deere booth, we actually have another simulation where I'm running the correct color. So we got ourselves an X9 combine here, and if you guys have not already gotten them, it has the Logitech wheel that FarmSim has you guys can offer. What I'm trying to do here, I have to find out how to actually raise and lower the stuff. So this is right up my alley. I have a lot of different stuff. Looks like we actually have ourselves a, looks like a C16 or here's a bigger corn header for folding. Basically just out here harvesting. Have a lot of fun. It's a little bit easier to run than the Fendt booth because you're not running off the straight combine controls, but this is really kind of fun. Let's finish up here on the last part of the pass. I think I'm going to let the next person in line get a chance on this. That's pretty fun. We actually get to drive a deer and a deer at the deer booth, so we feel a little bit more at home.
Yep, you're at the Sloan Implement booth though.
Sloan Implement.
Yeah, the Sloan Implement booth.
Sloan Implements, thank you for having this wonderful little demonstration of us having the correct colors. Fence nice, I love AGCO, but I'm a deer guy. So. All right, Andy, so we're going to be finishing off here on the final day 3. I thought it might just kind of be fitting to start off finishing out with the best brand of all time. I mean, it's Deere, come on.
Yeah.
It's John Deere. So, Andy, it's been fantastic to be out here. I'm so glad I was actually able to just kind of make as many connections as I was able to. Now, if you guys haven't already, also make sure you get yourself some Andy. I'm going to be making some farm sim stuff with this. I'm actually excited. He's going to send me a handful of logos, and a lot of the stuff I'm going to incorporate with like the Karcher pressure washer. You actually have to put like soap in the jug, in the trailer. I'm going to make that Andy Clean, so we can actually have Andy Clean in the game. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited because I watch this stuff all the time. It's unreal, and what those guys do, I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you for supporting us. We want to be able to donate back to you on that. So in the description of this video, with anybody else that I've technically talked to with, or I have like a link to, I'm going to send you guys directly to Andy so you guys can pick up your own jug yourself, whether it's in this big 5-gallon one or the 1 gallon. Is it 1 gallon? Or
1 gallon. 1 gallon. Yes, sir.
And you guys can have Andy Clean on your farm, and it is safe for all operations, whether it's big farm equipment, whether it's cars, whether it's trucks, whether it's really anything.
Yep.
But also, oh boy.
Oh, we got guys.
I'm going to fire you. I'm going to fire you. Get in the shot.
Come on in, guys. Come on in.
We're finishing out on something. You guys
Come
know
on.
me?
You want to come in? You want to come in with the video? Where are you guys from?
Come on in. Come on.
Get behind you.
us. We're
Get
finishing
behind
this thing
you.
out.
Come on, guys.
We got FFA joining in on this.
All right.
Yes. Well, not
This is
live.
live.
This is
This
the
is
ending of
100%
This is the
live.
ending to a video. You guys get in the video.
Yeah, you guys are going to be on YouTube. All right, perfect.
Well,
All right.
while we're at it here,
This
let's
is
get
awesome.
let's get the name and name. What are we all doing? Where are we all? What's names? Come on. Dylan? Dak? Dylan? Luke? Mason? Carson? Blake? Micah.
I'm
Very
Andy.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you guys.
Let's get
Awesome.
Andy out here. Come on,
Awesome.
Andy. Get
Hey
your
guys,
name in.
how's it going? What's up? How's it going? Oh yeah, I know. I got this at the sprayer factory. And I was like, damn, this is a nice hat. I had to get it. I bought 2 of them, right? So yeah.
Now this has been the best part about the entire day. Now if there's one thing that I really got mad at is the fact that more or less. Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna have to come in soon.
If you walk in front of the camera, you
have to come in.
Shop. You missed out.
You're from Brazil. We don't have anybody in Brazil on this. Come on.
So the one sad part about the rest of this video, in essence, is that there were 3 interviews that I did with Scott and Travis at Titan Tire, Laura and Grant for Laura Farms, and also Cooper twice. So there's a couple funny shots on that. In essence, the audio wasn't picking up, the mics were not going, and I don't want to bug Cooper for a 3rd time, and I think he's probably left. That or he's just going to ditch me and not find me anywhere. But we had very big success talking with Andy here twice, once at the after party and once just in general yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
the people here, the best part about the
That
whole
is.
experience.
So, like when I was these guys' age, I'd come to a farm show for the equipment, But now that like social media has really taken up. Come on in. You gotta come in. Come on in. But it's come on, guys.
You gotta get in the
You
camera.
gotta get in.
You're on the internet.
You're on the internet. Come on in. What's your name?
You're in the shot, buddy.
So yeah,
Come on,
Andy.
join in. What's your name, bud?
The man, the
Brett
myth.
Thompson?
Hey,
Brett?
Bud.
Very
This
nice
is
to
the
meet
man, the myth, the legend.
What is it? What's your name, bud? Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Very nice
Oh
to meet you
yeah,
guys.
you're gonna be on YouTube.
We're all in this shot
Oh,
together.
yeah,
I think,
for sure.
actually, give me 2 seconds. Let me see what we actually have for our thing, so I can make sure we have everyone in.
Yes.
This is very important. This is
Yeah.
the whole point of this entire event. So I am a midget compared to everybody. Except maybe
I'm
Andy.
pretty
We're
short.
both 5 foot fun size. Right?
Yes, that's right. Dynamite comes in small packages.
Absolutely.
Right.
You got to pack a punch.
That's right.
Or unless you pack it clean.
Exactly. And Andy Clean packs the punch.
Fine.
There you go. For sure.
Well, in essence, I got to try and wrap this up because I got a 7.5 hour drive home.
I got an 8.5 hour.
So we're basically in the same boat. At
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
for sure.
But thank you guys for, FFA. I thought FFA day was yesterday, but apparently we got the whole squadron out here again. So
Yep.
this
Which chapter you guys been? How awesome. Eureka, Illinois, FFA.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So how far is that pretty much for you guys to get out here?
Hour and a half.
That's still not bad. That's a lot
Not
better
bad.
than-
Not
I
bad.
can at least get like 80% of the way back to one thing.
Okay, so what was your favorite part of the Farm Progress Show?
Thank you.
Yes. Favorite part? Oh, the
No, I gotta say case track.
No, you get out. You leave. Get out of the shot. Get out. Get out of here. Leave right now. I don't want to see that. We're just going to bleep that out. I got to remember, note to the editor. Bleep that part out. Okay, I'm going to forget that. Put this back on here.
Perfect.
But I think that's going to be a wrap for us guys here at the Farm Progress Show. Thank you for coming out here, checking out the video. Be sure to check out the rest of my Boomstick Club for all the up-to-date content from me and the gang. Also, be sure to check out everything else that happened on this show with the links down in the description down below. And without further ado, guys, that's going to
You're going to have a lot of content. You're going to have a lot of content.
This is going to be like half an hour of it,
This is
and
gonna
like
be great.
15 minutes of it is you.
Oh, perfect. Well, there we go.
So we're going to start rolling the outro music, so that way I know that the video is ending here, but we'll see you guys all on the next one, which hopefully at this point might be landscaping series. I don't know. I'm going to try and pull my head from my rear and try and figure out what I'm doing. But we'll see you all on the next one. This is The Rental. Man out. Peace, people.
Perfect. Awesome.